Jacob Roloff, Little People, Big World is so fake. Jacob Roloff is not a huge fan of Little People, Big World. We know that because he's made it ridiculously, astoundingly clear ever since he quit the show. Jacob dislikes his family's show so much that after he quit, he also cut contact with his parents and his siblings for a long time. Thankfully, he's mended his relationships with the rest of the Roloffs, he's said as much, and we know it for sure thanks to his adorable presence at Molly's wedding last weekend. But still, his hatred for the show remains. In some new excerpts from his very first book, Verbing, he explains some of the issues he has with Little People, Big World. In one section, he writes the first few years of doing this show were pretty alright, just a few dozen extra people around the house and farm. The actual filming in that beginning period was subject to the events unfolding, that is, something happened then the cameras came running. But then, after the few first years of testing the waters, the whole process did a sort of flip where events became subject to the filming, that is, became more orchestrated than spontaneous, in a weird indistinguishable mix. That phase went on for a while, too, until turning into the dominantly orchestrated ordeal it is today. This part isn't really anything we haven't heard before. We know his main issue with the show is that he believes it's too staged. He feels so strongly about the issue that in a rant he made on Instagram last year, he even said that the family that is filmed is not my family. They are the Roloff characters and I have scarcely anything in common with them, nor do I want to be a character myself. But in these new excerpts from Jacob's book, he delves a little deeper into the issue. Chief and simply, it forced me to grow up faster than normal, whatever a normal rate may be, he writes. Doing on-the-fly interviews and formal ones alike forced me to answer certain questions about myself, my family and my life that I normally might not have wondered about for some years. Sounds pretty tough, right? Especially when you think about how young Jacob was when he was on the show. On the one hand, he explains, I'm stuck in front of a lens, symbolizing the millions of people that watch at our show, left to my own devices of coping and getting attention that usually panned out great for the Brasinel. On the other hand, instantly, it forced me to evolve mentally way faster than I would have, I think, under circumstances of less pressure. So it sounds like he's coming to terms with the whole thing, and thank goodness, right? And Jacob is only 20 years old, so he has plenty of time to process how weird it must have been to grow up on a reality show. Will you be picking up his book?